Hey, what's up everyone? In today's requested video, we're going to be taking a look at a tempered glass screen protector for the Samsung Galaxy S7. It's by Amazing Thing, and it's been getting great reviews on the XDA forum. This is a full screen, crystal clear screen protector, and it could be the one that we're all looking for. Ian here from Udroid Mania, and you're watching my full review. So let's get started. On the outside of the packaging, it says here that it's got an oleophobic coating. It's not going to have that rainbow effect. It's scratch resistant and sensitive to touch, but we'll be the judge of that. On the back, there's some simple installation instructions, so let's go ahead and open this package and get started. As you can see here, I did struggle a little bit removing the pull strip, and I actually tried this twice because I have a second screen protector, but let's stay focused on the important thing, and that's getting to the screen protector itself. Inside the packaging, first up, you're going to find the wet and dry wipes included, and we'll set those off to the side. And you've heard me say this before, that installing this type of screen protector is pretty easy. There's only 4 steps, and it's one of the easiest installations that I've come by, and it only takes a couple of minutes to go through the installation steps. Here's the screen protector itself, which is what you came here for. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, shall we? I ordered this protector from eBay and it cost around 29 bucks. Shipping was pretty quick. I placed my order late on a Thursday night. I contacted the seller to say that I was eagerly awaiting my purchase. It was shipped on Monday morning and I had it waiting for me on Friday. Pretty good, right? So far so good, especially for this crystal clear screen protector. Of course, I was concerned that it wouldn't be glass since this happened to me before, but after checking this one out, I can say that it's definitely glass, and it's the real deal. So far, all the right boxes are being checked, starting with the 29 bucks it costs on eBay, the fast shipping, and the fact that it's full screen real glass. I'd say we're off to a good start. So let's go ahead and get to the install. You'll start by taking the wet wipe, and you're going to use this to clean your phone to remove all of the dirt, dust, or debris that you may have there. Take as much time as you need to feel comfortable that your display is actually clean, because anything that's trapped underneath the glass after you apply it is going to be there. Personally, for me, I usually take what feels about 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes or so, just because I have OCD like that, but I want to make sure that my display is absolutely 100% clean. When I'm done with that, I usually don't use the dry cloth, and this is because I don't want to introduce any new particles to the display, so I let it air dry. Once the display prep is finished, I remove the protective film from the protector itself. Just be careful not to do this over the phone itself. Again, you don't want to introduce any new particles on top of the display. Before I do the install though, let's take a look at how much adhesive is actually here on the protector. And I can say, just based on some of the other glass protectors that I've reviewed, that this does seem a little bit light. This is one of the areas where I usually have a concern, and that's because with these types of protector, the adhesive only runs around the perimeter, which means that if there's not enough, when you apply a case, it's going to lift up. When it comes to the install, this full screen curved 3D glass is probably one of the easiest ones that I've done. There's only 2 cutouts on the entire protector, which makes lining it up that much easier. Just take your time and you can't go wrong. And finally, when you're ready, release, press down firmly on the sides and the top and bottom, and there you have it. It's just that simple. Now here's where the importance of that adhesive comes into play. As I mentioned earlier, it's only around the perimeter of the actual protector, so not having enough means that it could come loose, which is something that none of us want. To help guard against this, you've seen me do this before. I take a microfiber cloth and I like to rub and press down on the sides and the top and just generally all over the protector, and to make sure that 1, the adhesive has had a chance to bond and really activate against the display, and then 2, because I'd like to avoid issues later on in the life of the protector. Now with that being said, and hopefully the protector's properly adhered, let's go ahead and take a closer look. And I know you see this because I see it, so I'll just point it out right now. That rainbow effect that they said would be non-existent, well, it's here. And I gotta admit, right from this point, I'm kinda disappointed because I had such high hopes for this protector. Not only is the rainbow effect present, it's up front, dead center in my face. I'm not sure I'll be able to overlook that one, but let's go in for the tour anyway. I'd say this protector's cut pretty precise. As you can see, it's pretty flush up against the edges here, and I don't feel any sharp edges, so that's a good sign. With this protector being 3D glass, it is rounded to match the contour and the natural curve of the S7 Edge, and there's that rainbow again, definitely visible with the display off. You may or may not have noticed the ring that runs around the perimeter of this protector, and that's the actual adhesive showing through the back. Some of us might not like that, I had conversations with other manufacturers regarding this, and this is one of the reasons why some of them hadn't made a full screen curved tempered glass screen protector up to this point. So far, when it comes to the Amazing Thing Supreme curved glass, I gotta say I'm on the fence at this point. I do like the fact that it's totally clear, but we've got some other tests to run, so let's get to it. They claim that this protector is sensitive to touch, and as you can see here, I'm running my finger up and down the edge, and so far so good, no issues there. One thing we've seen with other protectors is sometimes that when you're pulling down from the notification tray, it doesn't respond. I didn't have that issue with this protector though, it worked flawlessly. Next, I always take a look at how well typing works using the Memo app, and this isn't so much to test out my typing because I know that I'm the typo king. It's more so that I can touch different areas of the display and just see how they respond. And this protector doesn't necessarily feel as good as some of the other ones that I've tried, but I can say that it's pretty responsive. In fact, I'd probably go so far as to say that this protector responds better than almost any other protector that I've used up until this point. I've noticed one of the main issues with other protectors is that when you're using the return key or the backspace button, for some reason or sometimes, it just doesn't register. When it comes to the Amazing Thing screen protector, however, it's simply just not the case. At $29, you tell me, is there room for redemption? Maybe. Would you be willing to forgive the rainbow effect for a completely clear screen protector? It's just something to think about. When it comes to scrolling or selecting text, which requires a bit of pressure as you know, having this protector installed doesn't get in your way not one bit. In my testing, I found that it almost responded to the slightest touch. There was no need to exert an extreme amount of pressure, nor did the protector flex at all during the entire process. To sum things up, every swipe, pinch, press, or gesture that I used was registered perfectly. In terms of touch sensitivity, I'd say this one's on point, and there's no issues here. Now of course, because this is a phone, I needed to make sure that if you're dialing numbers that all of those are going to register, and as you can see here, no issues. And we'll stop there and let this round out the display sensitivity portion of the review. If you need more information or have any questions, leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to something else that I know that you're definitely interested in, and that's how well does this protector pair with a case, and in fact, which cases will it work with? So let's put that to the test. I know one of the popular cases that you're all going to ask about, or many of you at least, is does it work with the Spigen Neo Hybrid? But because that's such a tight-fitting case, I figured I'd save that one till later, so right now, we're going to start with this two-piece case by Caseology. It's part of their wavelength series. I've taken the inner TPU here, and already I can see that there's an issue, and the case isn't even fully installed. Upon closer look, you can see here that the bottom of the screen protector is already starting to lift, which means that adhesive that we looked at earlier, it's just not enough. I haven't applied the outer ring yet, and really there's no need to, as I see this case just won't work with this protector. And if this case doesn't work, then you know what that means? It means that when it comes to the Spigen Neo Hybrid, there's no way that case is going to work. Alright, so if I can rule out tight-fitting two-piece cases, then let's take a look at a one-piece case. I've got here the Poetic Quarterback, by the way, and I've got a review coming for this case soon, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. But getting back to this case, it's not necessarily the tightest fitting case, but already I can see that I'm having a bit of trouble. Prior to installing this case, I did press down on the protector again to try and seal the adhesive. As I finished installing the top portion of this case, as you can see here on the protector, and focus in on the fingerprint scanner here, it appears as though the glass is completely lifted. And when we take a closer look, you can see here that it truly is. And with this case completely installed, I kind of feel like the entire protector is no longer connected to the screen, which is why I'm holding the phone upside down, and as you can see here, it's not connected. It's sad to say, but the Amazing Thing full screen tempered glass screen protector turns out to be not so amazing. I will say this though before I close this review. If you're just going with a D brand skin or something like that on the back of your phone, then this protector may be the way to go. And that's of course if you're willing to forgive the rainbow effect. Okay, so there you guys have it. What do you think of the tempered glass screen protector by Amazing Thing for the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge? It does tick a few of the boxes that we're all looking for. It's clear, it's full screen, it's glass, it's got some of the best touch sensitivity that I've seen thus far, but it falls down in other areas like the rainbow effect, and it doesn't pair well with a case. Is it worth $29? You be the judge. If you've enjoyed this video, do leave a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, now would be the time to go ahead and click that subscribe button for more content like this. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one.